YouTube, Antics here with the swole on, the fro on, and if you need the explainer, I am the Alpha Tamer, and today I got top 8 in the core TCG Ultimate Cup. Come check out the deck. Alright, so we're here at my tabletop setup. I'm going to just show you guys the deck. I'm going to try my best not to elaborate too much on cards you guys should already know about, and I'm gonna just go through the list. I did take X Antibody. You guys know if it's a deck and it has X Antibody in it, it's always X Antibody. Some other people might know it as Loogamon, but this is X Antibody. Okay, so start off with the eggs, the 4 Balmon, of course. No need to play anything different. We play 4 Loogamon, best rookie in the deck. We play 4 of the new Loogamon, second best rookie in the deck. I elected to do 4. I think 4 is pretty common right now. Disclaimer, I did top 16 the in-person Texas regional with this deck as well. And there's like a 2-card difference in here, I think. Where I was originally playing 3 of these, and now I play 4 because it's great for popping floodgates, and it's like the best. These 2 are the best rookies to Evo in the back. And then I played 1 Gazimon. This card is great in a mirror. It's great against Nume. It's horrible against Mirage, which I found out today. But it's like it serves really niche points, and I do have a little bit of recursion with it in this deck, and I'll get to that later. But I liked it. For Loogamon, of course. I played 3 of this Loogamon. Originally, I was only playing 2 in my top 16 list, but I ended up playing 3. I actually like Evoing into this card more than this card because a lot of the times when you play against a good player, somebody who knows how to play against this deck, they'll see a certain board state and they'll see what's in your trash and they're like, okay, he can't pop off yet, so I'm okay with giving him a little bit more memory. And they give you a little bit more memory and they forget about this card, and you're setting up your trash as you're going up the line anyways. So this card ends up being really good. I liked it at 3. I probably wouldn't go down from 3. I think it was perfect at this number. 2 Tyrannomon I think is standard. 2 Black Gato is not standard for some reason. A lot of people only play 1. I want to see this card. If this card's in your security and it's the last check and you're trying to win the game, you're not going to get there, right? So that's why I play 2, because if one's in security, hopefully I can see another one off like a mill or analog search or what have you, So this card is important for me. I like it at 2. The retaliation comes up. The extra color for Chimeramon comes up. I love it. I played 1 Uber at my top 16 list in Dallas. I played 2. Since Levia decreased in popularity, I didn't think this card was as important, but this card is still very good. Ryan, who you guys have seen his deck profile on my channel, he won Dallas Regional, and him and I have tested a crap ton with his Nume deck and my Luga deck, and he said anytime you can Uber Platinum Nume, I would do it, and so I do it every single time. So I wouldn't cut this card. I played 1 Growlmon. So in my top 16 listen for the Texas deck, I was playing this, and I saw another streamer or another content creator cover my list, and he was confused. He thought I was playing it for the Sec +1. I'm actually playing this card because it's when Digivolving pops a floodgate. A lot of the times, a lot of people are playing like Pillow and Pomu. If you play against Bloom Rose, you'll see a Pomu. If you play against Rapid, you'll see a Pomu. There's other floodgates like, Gazimon's on their board, Chumon's on their board. So a lot of times you can raise this Loogamon, get your AG. You don't get a memory because they have a memory floodgate. You can pop your training, Evo into this, pop their floodgate, and now they're like, oh no. I was banking on them not killing my floodgate that early, and then you can kind of pop off from there. The Sec +1 did come up though, and I'll explain later how that came up. So I ended up with a total of 9 rookies and 13. What is that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 level 4s. This ratio was perfect for me. If I have to play this deck again at any point in this format, I'm probably not going to change it. 4 Soul, I don't have to explain it. I guess I do have to explain myself here. I've only been playing 2 Hell Lugas because I needed space for other cards. And in my opinion, like with the way I play the deck, I'm not playing it raise Hell Luga until I see like the perfect stack and just pop off. I don't like playing it like that just for that one OTK. I think if you're playing the deck like that, you're just setting yourself up for failure, and you're going to lose more than you're going to win. So I think this card is great to out certain cards like Shadow Seraphi and Venus. I think this card is great for setting up your trash when you don't have like your BT15 Loogamon, but I don't think it's necessary at 4. I could see someone playing it at 3 and it'd be fine, but I don't have the space. I played 2 Chimera. I think 2 is just insanely good in this deck. There's times where you can hard evo it and do just some crazy shenanigans. A lot of times with this Chimera, I was able to tuck one card that we're going to get to and have 2 swings with it, or tuck this guy and have 2 checks with it. And so it became, it's really relevant, and I like having the 2 because there are times where, again, if one's in security, you want to make sure you see it. So yeah, the card's great. I shouldn't have to explain it any further. I played 1 Cerbex. Now, some people were confused about this. They're like, why would you play this card? It's in archetypal. So this card, it gets you an extra dig. Sometimes you need the extra dig because you're missing like your Fenrir, you're missing your level 6. But its Inheritable is insane. It's been ruled, this Inheritable reads, when attacking once per turn by deleting one of your other Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. It has been ruled for some reason that if I'm swinging with my Fenrir, and let's say I alliance with, I don't know, Black Gato. I would never alliance with this thing, but let's pretend I did. I can delete this to unsuspend this for that when attacking, and I still have the alliance checks and the alliance DP. So like if I'm deleting something that I have no further use for, I'm just getting a free unsuspend. So the reason I played this, because to me, it was an additional Soul Luga. So to every Fenrir player who's looking at my list, if you had the opportunity in this format, would you play 5 Soul Lugas? If your answer is yes, you would play 5 Soul Lugas, then you should be playing this card. Plain and simple. I think it's just really good. It's really, really good. And then, of course, the 4 Fenrir boss monsters. I don't like playing 3. I've seen people play 3 and they have success with it. It doesn't work for me. I have to play 4. I want to see this card. I want to see it in multiples, especially with the way I play this deck. I'm not always going just for OTK. Sometimes I'm trying to control. So sometimes I'll go into a mediocre Fenrir. And when I say mediocre, I mean it's not optimal stack. I'll go into a Fenrir and I'll try and control the game from there. So there's that. That's pretty standard. I play the 4 AG. That's standard as well. 4 analog, standard. I shouldn't have to explain that. I play 4 trainings. I think that's kind of not standard. I think, or it's standard-ish. I know some people play 3 and they'll like mix up ratios with memory boost. To me, this is the second best option in the deck. I'm going to get to the best option in a bit. This card is the best option in the deck. It allows you to just do your plays for seemingly free or negative memory in some cases. So I can't see myself not playing 4 of this card. That's the end of story. I played 180p just because I know security control is getting a little bit more popular. I think security bombs in general are really popular in the format. An armor player I played against had the Full Moon Meteor card that Mirage plays. Mirage plays the Full Moon Meteor card. There's Heaven's Judgment running around. There's the Giant Missile running around. There's a lot of security options, even not in security control decks. So the ADP is really good. There was a time where I used it to pass 1 for a turn, and it ended up winning me the game, and that was kind of weird. But last but not least, the best option card in the deck is Protoform. So this card is so good because, for those of you who don't know, Loogamon, Fenrir, Serb, Hell, Soul, Lugar, all X-Antibody Digimon. So your main line is all X-Antibody Digimon. So you end up being able to use this, and you do early things. You do early shenanigans. I like it because you can go into your level 5 early. You can promote, and let's say you had an analog and you promoted, you went into your level 4, and then you just evoed over this, or use this to evo into this over your like 3 or whatever, and like they outed it or what have you. You just get to like analog, gain a free memory, get a free recovery. You get the good rookie back. Like, it ends up being so strong for early tempo. A lot of the time, I would have the Luga. I would promote AG shenanigans, go into my 4, go in, play this, go into my soul, play like a level 4, any level 4 alliance for early checks, and then I'd be good. And it's like, oh, okay, if it dies, I'm just recovering, and I get my good rookie back. So this card, it does a lot, and I could spend probably 30 minutes talking about this card. Don't knock it till you try it. I would highly recommend, if you're a Luga player, if you really like this deck, at least try one. You'll start to see the little nuances in things. I'm going to do shout outs at the end of the video, but I need to shout out 2 people right now. Shout out Dan Vang for one, and shout out my testing partner, or he's one of my testing partners, or shout out one of my other testing homies whose name is Olu from my group NFD. Him and I built this deck together, and he was like, what if we play Protoform? Now, mind you, Dan Vang put me on Protoform for my top at Nats. When I topped Nats, I played Protoform in my Guru deck. I'm like, this card's insane. Like, he put me on this card and told me why it was good. And as soon as Olu was like, what if we play this card? I'm like, say less. I've loved this card since Nationals. It got me a Nationals top. It got me my top 16 in Dallas. I played 2 of these in Dallas for this deck, and it got me my top 16 there, and it got me my top 8 today. Card is insane. You have to try it. This, I don't know how to explain it. Even next set and the set after that, like, I would always play this card. This card will never not be in one of my Fenry lists. Like, and you can quote me on that. Okay, YouTube, so that is the deck profile. I'm going to go into my matchups really quickly. Hopefully I can remember them. Round 1, we played against Machine 2-1. That was against my homie Moman, Donkey Nog himself. Super friendly person. You guys know him. You probably watched some of his YouTube videos. Shout out to him. He was really friendly. Took that 2-1. It was a close game. He unfortunately bricked in game 3, and that allowed me to close it out. I 2-0'd Red Hybrid round 3. I lost 0-2 against a local buddy of mine. Shout out Panda, a great friend. He's from the DFW area as well as I am. I lost 0-2 to him. He was my only loss for the day. After losing 0-2 to him, he was on Mirage. I played another Mirage the next round and 2-0'd that Mirage. I played Nume. 2-0'd the Nume. That was Tyler from GFG. Shout out Tyler. He's also in my testing group. Super great homie. He got a little unlucky with some of his draws too, and I saw some really optimal lines in one of those games. Red Hybrid, I 2-0'd in the next round. After that, I played against Green Leo. That was probably my hardest match of the day. The guy just really knew his deck really well. But I ended up taking it in 3 games. And then the last round was 2-0 against Armor. All right, so quick on the shout outs. I feel like I'm going to forget someone, but first and foremost, shout out to God, the big man upstairs himself. I'm very blessed to be able to play this game at a highly competitive level and play it professionally where I can get a return off of it. And even having the time to play this game is just such a huge blessing for me. So I'm always going to be grateful to the big God upstairs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, people. Yes, people. Sorry. Also, shout out to Team Luxury. That's my team that sponsors me. A lot of just phenomenal players in there. You've seen so many of those players in that team who are just always topping events. Chris Pear is one of them. He just topped this same event that I was in. He got top 16. This man got top 16 with Mirage, and he also won last format Ultimate Cup with Mirage. Like, he just keeps like putting out results. Shout out Team NFD, my testing group. NFD, you guys know, I don't have to tell you guys, a lot of great players there. Somebody from NFD ended up topping as well. He got top 8 with Rapidmon. Shout out to Roman. Shout out to the DFW community. I took this exact same list to a case tournament last weekend, and I won the case tournament. It was highly competitive, but that gave me the confidence I needed to say, hey, this list doesn't need to be changed. This is a great list. I can win with this list. Let's go top an event with it. Shout out to the DFW community. They're always very supportive. They're some of my biggest fans. I'm fans of a lot of those people too. And shout out to them. Shout out to you guys for watching the video. And if I forgot anyone, you guys know I love you. If you're watching the video, you know I love you. If you're liking, you're commenting, subscribing, sharing the video, you guys know I love you. You know I mess with you heavy. Thank you guys for stopping by. That was the deck profile. And once again, Antics here. Y'all see the sign? Antics here with the swole on, the fro on. And I already gave you the explainer, but I am going to give it to you one more time because I am the Alpha Tamer. Peace.